Autobots just can't have anything without the Decepticons having an answer for it. Case in point, the Autobots had jump starters, so what did the Decepticons have? Battlechargers. And this is one of them. This is the Battlecharger known as Runabout. And we're going to look at this G1 Transformer in the latest GotBot True Review. Welcome back to the channel, folks. It is great to have you here again. Please, feel free to look around and see what catches your fancy on the playlist. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Check out Machinery Man, the Everything Factor. And check me, your host, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot, out everywhere. Now, this is Runabout. A lot of times people get kind of confused with the names between Runabout and Runamuck. Runabout, the black guy. Runamuck, the white guy. And these guys actually did appear on the program. Long story short is, this character is someone who gets bored easily. He's kind of a follower, which isn't a good thing when you're following Runamuck, because he tends to, get you in some trouble. And he's not that bright. But man, oh man, does he look cool with his black and red color scheme. Love it. Absolutely love it. That's a 10. It's one of those cases where you don't need a lot of detail for it to look awesome. And he rolls like a champ. I say he is, the answer to the jump starters from the Autobots, because the gimmick is the exact same here. You have a transformation scheme where you pull him back and he goes forward and does an auto-morph thing. If you dig it, it's probably a 10. And all these years later, it still works on him. For me, I don't really like those gimmicks, so it's definitely not a 10, it's a 1 for me. But long story short is, you would pull him back, and when you let him go, he'd end up just kind of dropping down like this. And this is how he would look. Okay, I guess. There he is from the side, there he is from the back, and from the front. And his articulation is 0. He doesn't move at all. I can even remember as a kid seeing him on the shelf and thinking, hey, he looks cool. It'd be nice if he had a hinge even at his waist for that to move, maybe his head to move, but my big thing was, I hope that the arms are hinged so that they can at least go forward and back, but they are not. His updates have been much better. We got one, I think, from the Collectors Club a few years ago, using the Generations Trax Wheeljack mold. I think it was called Overrun, and that thing is pretty great. Hard to get, kind of pricey, but pretty great. And most recently, we got this update, technically. Yeah, I know, this is the Combiner Wars Blackjack figure, but it was repainted and repurposed in Japan as Runabout. And I think that this mold works amazingly well for this character and for his brother. I could certainly see the similarities and the styling. I would have loved, or would still love, to get 2 repaints of this figure as those 2 characters. Not major characters. Legend size is probably good enough for him. As you can see here, when you compare the size of the original figure to, the most recent update we got, honestly, they scale pretty great. I think it'd be wonderful. And I looked at this guy in full in episode 41, and honestly, I really like this guy. He wasn't a standout, Runabout here wasn't a standout years ago. He's not a standout now. He's one of those very kind of great novelty Transformer figures to have, but I gotta say, both of those guys have become real classics. Even though they were really limited in their appearances on the show, they've really become kind of fan favorite classics in a lot of ways. And I certainly appreciate that. Overall score for this guy I'll say a 5. Again, it's really hard when you're trying to score these, you know, G1 incarnations, because how can you? It's where everything started. It's the first introduction that we had to these various characters, and for that you got to respect it. Anyway, thanks for taking a little trip back in time with me again. You know that I appreciate it, and I look forward to when we get together again right here for another visit inside the videos.